G'day, Jamie. Welcome back to the Wize Way. How are you?
Yeah, good, Brenton. How are you going?
Doing good, thank you. Freezing my butt off here in Dublin today, and you're sitting there with a t-shirt on. I'm sure it was a nice balmy 30 something degrees in Ballarat.
Yeah, our weather's turning. We've had a lot of electrical storms, sun, rain, lightning. It's that time of year again, heading towards the summer.
Makes me feel a little bit better that you're not sitting on the beach in the sunshine.
Give me a week.
Yeah, cool. I've got a great little topic I'd like to pick your brains on today after your private coaching call with your Wise Elite clients, firm owners this week. When you told me back what you spoke about in that session, I thought it was a perfect little episode to share with our audience. I'm going to let you tell a story, but to prompt you, you started the session off by asking everyone who was in attendance a specific question about their own career and their own career path. And it was very impactful, and it was a great reflection moment, and it sparked a really interesting and quite a deep conversation. So I want you to tell me what you spoke about, what the question was, and then for everyone listening, probably can ask them the same question, what some of the actions and insights we'd like them to take away from thinking about this question. So do you remember the question to start with?
I do 100%. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Well, Brent, what we do at Wise is we follow a blueprint. It's called the Wise Freedom Strategy Map. And we follow that blueprint and every week on that map, we take a step on the journey with all the firms. And this week the topic was, what structured training and development or technical training, soft skills training, structured training, unstructured training, can you or should you do within the firm? So, you'd think a pretty, boring topic. I think everyone perhaps thought, this is going to be a boring topic. Anyhow, I managed to turn that on its head. And so what I asked everyone, Brenton, was I said, look, I want you to put in the chat the first name of the most influential person in your career up until this point in your life who believed in you, who gave you a go, who guided you, who coached you, who mentored you, who effectively got you to believe in yourself for maybe the first time ever, or reminded you that you could be more than you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you could have heard a pin drop, and the chat box just went, like a flat out typewriter, bang, 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 bang. All these first names from the firm owners around, the person that did that for them. And it was quite fascinating. It was really interesting that everyone very quickly knew and remembered, mind you, who that person was.
So to put the question back on you, who was that person for you?
Oh, yeah, look, there was probably really in my early days, so in my teens and then in my early 20s, three people. And one was a chap called Rex Newitt, who was an accounting business studies teacher. Another chap was Lindsay Burgoyne, who was very much into personal health and fitness and development. And the third one in the accounting industry was a chap by the name of Peter Fitzgerald. And those three guys really set me on a path of, for the rest of my life. And it's funny, I can remember them instantly. And just like in the elite coaching call, everyone instantly remembered their one person, Yeah.
And then the conversation then went to, are you that one person for your team, or could you be that one person for your team? So talk to us about the lens on the conversation that you put in regard to to how we look at our team.
Yeah. So what I did then was, I chose three, participants in the coaching, and I spoke to each person individually, and I said, essentially, first question is, do you wish to be that person for your team? Right. And everyone said, of course, yes. But then the next question was more powerful. I said, are you actually living that?
Mm-hmm.
And, one of the participants, one of the firm owners, said, no, look, Jamie, I'm not. I'm working 14 hours a day and I don't do that. And, I said, why? I said, why aren't you living up, to your own former hero who was for you? And they said, well, I need to change. They said, I need to change. And,
Mm-hmm.
and, I think the greatest quality of leadership is self-awareness. You can read any 10,000 business books in the world and it's self-awareness. And, this particular person, I said, well, what's going to change from today? And they said, well, I need to start putting some time aside to be my team's hero.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it comes down to. You've got to be your team's hero. And, so from what started out as a really boring topic around training and development, because the fact is across all industries globally, the word of on-the-job training, that's how we learn, on-the-job training, so you can have your official structured training, but some of the best training, some of the best coaching, some of the best mentoring that actually cements the knowledge is that one-to-one time with that one person who believed in you. And, if you read Dr. Stephen Covey's book, Dr. Covey goes into this quite deeply. He talks about, you can spread your energy and influence, and you can spread it very thin across, hundreds, thousands of people. But he actually recommends that you choose one person, over the course of your life or a certain time in your life where you invest in them. And I must say, over 20 years, 25 years of my experience, I've done that myself time and time again, just chosen one person and really live that circle that we talk about, Brenton, which is, in essence, part of what we do at Wize is, essentially learn. So to learn from someone greater, better, more knowledgeable to you, share with your peers and colleagues, and then teach. That learn, share, teach cycle.
The rule of 33.
Rule of 33. The rule of 33. That's right. Spend, for those who are listening, you must or you should spend 33% of your time with someone that you aspire to be, that you can learn from. 33% of your time sharing that knowledge with peers and colleagues. And most importantly, 33% of your time teaching, mentoring, and giving back and guiding others. And, so sometimes I think, Brent, we just got to stop and think, who was my hero? First question. And secondly, am I the hero for my firm? And who is that person you're the hero for? Because, the world lacks leadership. The world lacks leadership. And, I read the other day, there's a mental health pandemic. It's here or it's coming.
And to your point on self-awareness, John Maxwell, who's one of the godfathers of leadership development in the space, he talks about self-awareness as well. When self-awareness is low, self-centeredness is high. So all you're thinking about is you and your problems and your challenges and everything that's going on with you. Whereas when self-awareness is high, your self-centeredness is low, and you're actually focused on serving and helping other people, those around you, your team, your community, your peers.
Yeah, that's right. And I think, again, look at the greats, Dr. Stephen Covey, he says that, leaders always speak last. You know, you'll notice a leader that comes into the room, they often will listen, you know, and they speak last. And they don't listen to reply, they listen to understand another person's perspective. And you know, self-awareness is also being vulnerable as well in leadership. It's, you know, essentially it's really carving out time in your life to give back, to invest in someone. And as you know, as Ed Chan, our co-founder, says, you know, you got to do the balance sheet play from an accountant. You know, there's your P&L play. Yes, you got to do your P&L play, but you've got to do the balance sheet play. And while you're there to make money and get a certain level of EBITDA, you won't necessarily be remembered for that. Well, you've got to be commercial, but what you will be remembered for, as in the coaching call, is you'll be remembered for the guidance, the coaching, you know, the hero that you were for other people. And, you know, that's
the impact.
The impact, yeah. And, you know, at Wize Way Coaching, we've got a book club. And, you know, the November's book club was, I'll read it out, Brenton. November's book club was Everyone Deserves a Great Manager, the 6 critical practices for leading a team. And, you know, again, it's just, the book just, you know, it's written by Scott Miller with a couple other authors. But again, it goes into that, you know, balance sheet play. You must invest in people. And you know, this is where this is the industry's problem, that no one's got any time. We see time and time again, you know, everyone wants more time, money, and freedom. How do you get that? You know, and we, you know, this is what we love. We love what we do. You know, we help people get that by investing in their balance sheet and by having some of these discussions with firms to have a mindset breakthrough. You've got to have a breakthrough in your mind first. And, you know, and in essence, that means that, you know, a leader's mindset is to achieve their goals through others. Now, if you think about that, that's quite profound. You know, you must achieve your goals through others.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's where the magic lives. That's where the magic lives.
I'm going to leave that conversation there, Joan, because I think just focusing on that from this episode is quite powerful for anyone listening to take something away from that. And even if it's just asking yourself 2 questions, who is your hero and who had the biggest impact on you in your career and who you are today, and even broader than career, the man or woman or person you are today. And the second being, are you being that for someone else, whether it's in your firm or in your community?
That's right. And feel free to send us a message here at Wize and share that with us. And you know, we love hearing those type of stories here. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
People message us, myself and you, Brenton, all the time, and we love to see you know, all the positive impacts that people are having in improving their firms and the challenges they got and how they overcome them, that type of thing.
Yeah. So if you've enjoyed this episode, in the notes you can get in touch with us, follow us, or download something to help you on your journey. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. But Jamie, as always, thanks for sharing your insights and stories so freely, and wishing you a nice summer sunny weekend, whichever place you're in.
Thanks, Brenton, and yeah, hope you're keeping warm there too.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye.
See you in the next episode.